G'day guys, my name is Caleb, otherwise known as the Critic Kebab. Merry Christmas and welcome to another episode of my FC24 Chelsea career mode here on the channel. Very excited to be getting into this one because we're going to have Wolves on Christmas Eve, but before that we are going into the quarterfinals of the EFL Cup up against Leeds. So let's not waste any time and get straight into this simulation. This is the team that they're going to be running up against, and standard is their playstyle, so it should be a pretty smooth sailing game for us because we have plenty of quality on the park. As you can see, a few tired players here and there, so I might rotate it just a little bit. I might bring Sterling into that left wing position. I might bring Chilwell into left back. I might bring Fofana in for Badiashile and leave the rest like that. So, without further ado, let's begin the simulation. Now, first order of business that I want to talk about, in the pre-match press conference where Pochettino is obviously addressing the media and whatnot, he talked about something specific with regards to making sure that everyone is fit and healthy. And I saw a lot of headlines saying it was a bit of a rant. It wasn't really, but he was talking about how every player has to be participating and operating at 100% efficiency in order to have his trust in order to be put on into the squad and onto the field. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because obviously Nkunku made his debut for the Chelsea Football Club in an official capacity midweek against Newcastle in what was a spectacular game of football. I really wish I was able to watch the whole thing, but me being from Australia, we don't actually have any streaming possibilities of the EFL Cup, and the same with the FA Cup as well. So I watched the extended highlights, and I must say, from what I saw, it was a pretty good display from the Blues. Yes, it could have been better. We had some mistakes and whatnot, but we controlled most of possession, and in the second half, I feel like we were turning the screw. And Mudryk, as inconsistent as he has been recently, he popped up at the right time, coming off the bench, and picking up a huge goal to make us progress in the EFL Cup. And I was so very proud of him, and I'm really glad that he was able to capitalize on that mistake that Trippier made, because it really came out of nothing. And an experienced player such as himself, who is obviously in a Newcastle team that is injury-ridden, but they are also very fatigued and not able to cope with the squad that's currently at Eddie Howe's disposal, with all the fixtures, with European football, with the intensity of the Premier League. And I think they just got caught out in the Carabao Cup. And Chelsea, even though it wasn't a convincing display, we got the job done. And Nkunku, yes, made his official debut and got some minutes, but Pochettino is still not fully convinced by him and a few other players that are on the injury list, such as Madueke, who I think is actually going to be coming back this weekend for against Wolves, but also Romeo Lavia, who has come in for big money, is supposed to be a CDM alternative to Moises Caicedo, and he has yet to feature in our team because he's been injured this whole time. And I just feel like it's been big money that's sort of on standby, and obviously he's have to recover and whatnot, and yet he just hasn't quite hit that sharpness that is fully ready for 90 minutes worth of football. And Pochettino basically had a pop at the media and was like, unless they are ready to go, I'm not going to just basically give players minutes for the sake of it. Everyone's disappointed when they spend time on the bench, but, we're here to win football games, and that's what Chelsea Football Club is about. And I think the way he sort of said it was fair, because at the end of the day, the squad that has been assembled for us by, Bowley and Igbali and the other owners and stuff, and the sporting directors, whilst there's lots of young talent at our disposal, it isn't a very well fleshed out squad. There's not a lot of depth in some positions, which I do think will cause us some problems if we do get back into Europe and we have more games in our rotation. But as of right now, when we're playing one game a week, basically, except for when the cup competitions pop up, there's no real excuse for us to be tired or fatigued, or, I guess we're dealing with injuries. But, it is what it is. But the other thing that I also want to quickly address is the fact that Enzo Fernandez has picked up an injury, which is a huge blow for us. Something to do with a hernia, or it just related to some sickness that he had midweek. So not ideal for him. And just like in real life, we have progressed in the quarterfinals, so we will go into the semis. Now, let's transition into the Wolves fixture, and this is a game that I don't think will be easy, especially because they implement the kick and rush technique. As you can see there, they've got some decent players. You look at Hee-chan or Cunha up top. You know, it's not the best starting 11, but it's certainly not one that we should be underestimating. When we look at our team, the busy fixtures of December have really taken its toll. And even though we're going to be going to Molineux with a decent lineup in the rain, I think it might be a little bit difficult for us. Actually, now that I think about it, I might make one change. I was going to bring Fofana in for Disasi because he's quite tired, but they're sitting at about very similar fitness levels, which is not ideal. What I might also do is I might take Jackson out and bring Armando Broja into that number 9 position and make him get in behind as well, because he has a bit of pace at his disposal. So without further ado, let's get the headset on. Let's get ready to rock and roll and hopefully pick up another 3 points. The other thing that I do find quite amusing as well, in kind of a bittersweet fashion, is that Pochettino has his wedding anniversary, I think, like the day before the game. So obviously he's not able to spend, Christmas with his family and whatnot. He's, having to go all the way to Wolves and, coach a game of football, which I find quite funny, as Wolves get the first opportunity flying out of the blocks. But it's one of those things when you're, working at the highest level and you've got busy schedules and all the pressure that comes with it, sacrifices have to be made, and I'm glad Pochettino was able to have a bit of a laugh about it instead of getting all butthurt and complaining like some other managers do about the fixture congestion. Good switch of play. Cucurella's made some good touches. Broja's made a good touch, but it is blocked by the Wolves defender, and it will go out for a corner. The captain, Reece James, is going to get maximum whip on this and get it into the box. Close to the 6-yard box, but unfortunately we're not able to get a shot on goal. Madueke not able to bypass a defender there. And Kunku now. Very, very congested, the defence right now. Wolves not giving any space. Mudryk at the back stick, unfortunately not able to get his head onto it. And we will continue to sustain the pressure. Great pass there to find Enzo in the gap of space, and unfortunately he wasn't able to pass it along. That link in the chain failed. And here come Wolves on the counter-attack. Oh, Cucurella's... Oh my gosh. Cucurella there got absolutely embarrassed. Ghost defending, wasn't even there. Madueke with a clumsy touch. He's given away the ball. And then he falls to the floor. Absolutely shambolic by the number 11. And Sanchez should hopefully collect this. All right, let's get a quick throw out here to Mudryk. Oh, and he's been dispossessed as well. Okay, we've got the ball back. Come on, Mudryk. Got to finish. Oh! I am shocked that he went with his right foot there. I thought he was going to easily bury that with his left foot. Oh my. Mikhailo Mudryk, the man who has been gifted with so much pace, does not have any presence for us on Christmas Eve. That is unbelievable. And Badiashile isn't tight to the defender, allowing him to get a shot off. Really putting Sanchez under pressure there. Let's try and switch the play now. Get it out to Cucurella, who's Done a 1-2 with Mudryk. And he's going to get caught. No, he won't. Oh, and Cucurella was the one who took the responsibility of getting the final shot off. And unfortunately, he's not able to score. Enzo from deep. Oh, just wide.
Well, he did seem to have it covered, but it's not a bad effort, though. He really did strike it well.
Oh, no way. You just can't make this shit up. That is insane. Holy shit. That is going to be one of the easiest goals I ever score in a career mode. Are you kidding me? What is that game? That is incredible. Mate, all he was seeing was ones and zeros. Nothing was going through his mind there. The Wolves defender has been absolutely bamboozled. Armando Broja has rocked up with a magic trick and just conducted a spell to get us that 1-goal advantage here at Molineux. Can't believe that. I'm almost embarrassed for Wolves. But you take every goal as they come, and Broja was there to capitalise on the mistake with his pace and acceleration. So congratulations, he's got his first goal of the season. Now, hopefully this game doesn't prove that it's scripted and make it level so that... Oh, he's offside. Oh, that was unfortunate. Oh, almost really silky build-up play. Oh, Armando Broja might get a second one just before the halftime whistle. Oh, of course he can't. He does everything right. He gets himself in behind. He makes the accelerating run when there's acres of space, so much farmland that he can run into. And unfortunately, he can't get the shot past the keeper. And the corner comes to nothing and the halftime whistle goes. That should have been 2-0. That was not good enough by Broja there. And again, it's just a symptom of the fact that we don't have a quality striker up top that can put the ball in the back of the net to get us goals, to really put these games to bed and not put us under pressure later in the game, because we got absolutely gifted that first goal. If we got the second goal, that would have given us some breathing space, but instead, Wolves are going to be able to claw themselves back into this game and maybe force something here, which is not what I want, because I don't feel like our team is in a good spot in terms of momentum and form. And here come Wolves. You can just tell the avalanche is about to come. The question is, are we able to ski down the mountain unscathed? And Sanchez stands tall and collects that as easy as you like. Oh! Quick 180 turn by Broja there. Got an early shot off. Keeper should have done better. Should have gobbled that up. Instead, he's forced out for a corner, which gives us an opportunity to potentially score. And the verdict is another corner. Right, let's call someone short this time. It's going to be Nkunku that comes and receives. Gives it back to James, who's going to whip it in. Badiashile has to bury that. Oh my... He's given the dinner plate, and unfortunately he's going to put the food in his mouth, and yeah, he's missed his mouth completely. Absolutely embarrassing there by Badiashile. Easy one-on-one with the defender. Got to capitalise on those opportunities, and Wolves have gone short again, and they've almost given it up again. If we had our tactics set up in a better way where we were gang and pressing, maybe we would have had some reinforcements to help Broja out and steal another ball. And... terrible build-up play. Oh, terrible. Broja, don't know what you're doing there, man. Cucurella's got to get back now. Well done. Unfortunately, he's not got the strength to bypass the defender, but he's done so very well there. Oh, damn it. And Kunku was maneuvering in such a tight space there. Unfortunately, he got caught. Hopefully this isn't going to be consequential. Enzo timing it to perfection with Nkunku. And unfortunately he's going to get caught. I don't know who that Wolves defender was, but he was the fastest man alive. Barry Allen wouldn't have caught him in a race. That's insane. Now we're in trouble here. Badiashil's way out of position. We've got to land this tackle. Pressure. No. Oh, terrible shot. We haven't quite had an opportunity to get the ball out of play for any substitutions as of yet, so our squad might be having to do a full 90 minutes.
Enzo Fernandez. Fine sequence of passes.
Oh, Madueke. You could tell the fatigue there. Wasn't able to swing his body around in order to do that pass properly. Just as soon as I pressed pass, he just screwed it up. Early lunge at the ball. Doesn't land in the tackle. And Sanchez collects again. He's had a busy day at the office, that's for sure. Thankfully, it's not led to anything for the Wolves attackers. Madueke's making a run. Oh, come on. Game, like, I just don't understand. That's such a simple, easy pass to get Mudryk in behind there. And the game is like, no, we'll pass it to the defender instead. Oh, and again, headed pass. Should be on target. James should get there. I'm sorry, referee. Did he not get the ball? That's bollocks. Our substitutions are finally given the opportunity to enter the field. With 3 minutes of normal time to go, are we able to survive? Yes, we are. With a fresh legs Fofana. That's a great pass by a tired Mudryk there. Enzo making a run. And Brozier was making another good run beyond the penalty spot. It was a great ball win by Enzo. What? Are you kidding? I thought that had a deflection on its way. Oh, you've got to be taking the piss. Oh, James completely misjudged that ball in behind. And he can't even run. He's so out of gas. He's running on empty. And Fofana can't land the tackle. And we're going to have to survive one more corner. Here we go, lads. Come on. Oh, it's into a great spot. Badiashil. Great header. Mudryk. Oh, Fofana, get it out of there. Surely that's full time. Yes, it is. Referee blows his whistle and we survive away from home on Christmas Eve, getting a 0-0 result. Very, very pleased. We really had to dig in deep and really survive what was, like I said earlier, an avalanche from the Wolves team. We had that opportunity with Brozier that was gifted to us on a plate. Christmas presents coming early. Considering I've been struggling to find some form and get that consistency rolling with this side at the moment, getting 3 points away from home against a side that we should always be beating, that was important. So hopefully that'll do some good things for our confidence. Can you move forward now? We've got to make up ground now. I think we can turn things around now. Let's go with that. Did that seem like a game of two halves? Every player did his job today. Brozier, the goal scorer, rocked up at the right moment and capitalised. And all the defenders kept a clean sheet. And Sanchez, the brick wall at the back, always looking solid. So no complaints from me. Did you ever feel like that wasn't going to be your day? Well, we got the goal. Maybe we could have had more though. Absolutely. We had a few opportunities and unfortunately weren't able to capitalise. The last thing that I'm going to say before I conclude this Christmas special episode of the Career Mode series is there's been some talk in the media about the Super League returning, and I think it's a non-story. The verdict that was made by the courts was that they are not going to have a monopoly, FIFA and UEFA that is, over competitions, and that there is going to be the ability for clubs to have a bit more freedom with what they participate in. but most of the big clubs have come out and said that they're not in favour of any other breakaway competitions and that they're going to stick with the current competitions we've got. I think it's one of those things, because of the fan reaction after the initial Super League debacle, they're kind of forced to give out a very, distance, like hands distance away, like, oh, we don't want to be associated with any of this. Even though I think in the years to come, a version of the Super League will get manifested, and if the economic opportunities are there, the clubs will definitely capitalise, because any opportunity to make more money, they will jump on. So if you've made it to this stage of the video, you've also got to hear my thoughts on that little piece of news that's been circulating in the news cycle. But as of right now, I'm just going into this Christmas break feeling relatively happy from what I've seen in recent weeks with the Chelsea Blues. We're slowly building that momentum and the foundation has definitely been laid. So Pochettino just needs to get another 3 points at Wolves tomorrow night, and hopefully we can progress into 2024 and really assemble a team that is worthy of winning some trophies. So thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode. Merry Christmas, and come on you Blues.